Hi all, welcome to my Team of the Week 17 predictions. This could be an interesting one because it's quite thin on the ground to work with, because we've got to work on last week's like New Year's Days like Premiership, but hopefully we can still get a decent-ish Team of the Week. If we can smash the league, folks, would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at G is a legend. All links are down below for posts on the channel and social media links as always. And also, I am aware that there is the Serie A games obviously going on today, but we'll still make final adjustments if need be to adjust into what we've got already. So in terms of the Team of the Week predictions, I may adjust this further. I may move to a free goalkeeper scenario, but at the moment we have gone for Vlaco Dimos, 4 saves and a clean sheet for Benfica in their victory. He seems like the type of player, because of his rating as well, I think he has a good shout. And like, if they're going to go free goalkeepers, 83, 81, and then someday like an 85, 86 could easily happen. I wouldn't put it past them, and fairly straightforward. Daniel Vaz got himself 1 assist, a clean sheet and a 2 on marker. Very impressive performance. He played right back, so that's kind of why we have him in. He's been playing right back a lot this year for Valencia, and I know a few people have got like Diakabi and other options from like Valencia, but I feel because he played right back and he was very impressive, because I watched the game, I feel he has a good shout. Then on to Sokratis, 1 goal, a clean sheet for him. Should kind of get himself in. I know a few people will go Pepe as well due to want to watch. I expect one of them to get in, but I feel Sokratis from a defensive view is just a more stronger shout. Rafael Varane, 2 goals, a clean sheet and a free on marker. One of the most impressive performances of the weekend, second in form looking inbound, and that just makes that pace even more usable. And with me saving up packs, I actually now really want this. Like, this card should happen, and if it does, I'm really actually hoping I pack him in league. Wish I'd played free or whatever, but never mind. So that looks a nice appealing card to go for. And Valbuena is a tricky one because it is a big game between Olympiacos and Panathinaikos, but he only got 1 assist. But it was the assist that won the game. So, and El Arabi scored the goal, but I can't see 1 goal just doing enough for him. But Valbuena's 1 assist could swing it, and he was very impressive in the game, going from the highlights that I've saw. And he played Cam as well, so that would make him even more usable. To be honest, when he's a central card, he actually looks pretty usable despite the lack of physical. James Maddison, very impressive performance with 1 goal, and I think has a good shout. I know some people will go like Chowdhury and Diddy. I've went with Maddison. I think Maddison just gets the nod, and also because the way he's been playing, if he was to get an upgrade, a second in form suddenly might go like 85 or 86, so it then becomes even more appealing. So I think he has a good shout. Correa missed out, was it last week, week before, when he was, I think it was last week when he was left mid, or week before, whatever. He missed out as a left mid. If he misses out this week, there is almost like something against this guy. I actually would feel sorry for him. Right mid, 1 goal, a free on marker. Some people will go Philippe, but I feel Correa more impressive. He got the free, Philippe was a 2, but one of them's going to get in. That's the way to look at it. Belotti is a tricky one. 2 goals and an 8 on marker. 1 goal was a penalty. The first goal was very impressive if you've seen it, when he got involved. But Sirigu was the main standout performance. He made 9 saves and a clean sheet and a 7.5 on marker. So don't be surprised if he is my third goalkeeper. But as we've said, we may change up a little bit, and I'll explain who I may take out and why as we delve into it further. Immobile, 2 goals and an impressive match rating on Gazzetta as well. Looks a strong shout. He would be possibly the highest rated this week. Kind of maybe sums up the Team of the Week in a sense, but he could easily be ignored at the same time. But I think to kind of juice up the Team of the Week, he may happen, but I feel hopeful of his chances. Anyway, Jesus, 2 goals for him. This would pretty much probably be what his fitness card that was apparently posted about, so yeah, he should kind of get in, really, to be honest, and that's kind of the stats we would expect, or at least hope. Grealish, 1 goal for him. Very impressive performance for Aston Villa as they start to find a little bit of form to just kind of get them away from the relegation zone. Been playing left wing, Pity it's not a central card because it would be a bit more usable, but we ain't going to complain. Alex McCarthy, 5 saves and a clean sheet for them in their victory. He was very impressive against Tottenham. While Stevens and Ings were also impressive in the game, I feel McCarthy just gets the nod, and that kind of hopefully seals his spot. Crescito, 1 goal and a 6.5 on Gazzetta. Just a pity he didn't keep a clean sheet and got a 7. But I've went for him because when you kind of read into like the match report and everything, I just feel they're going to do him. I just get that impression. And because he plays centre back, it makes him a bit more appealing. And a centre back Crescito I would not knock. Horta, 2 goals, 1 assist, kind of walks in really at 7-1. Might even see 2 informs from the game like Paulinho or Asagio, so you never know. Deulofeu, very impressive with 1 goal, 1 assist, played the left wing in the game, so seals his spot. Soares is a bit of a tricky one, but he got 1 goal in for Porto, but because of the nature of the game against Sporting, I think that might just do enough. So kind of like Grealish in a sense, where it's kind of importance, but we'll see how that plays out. Diego Castro, 1 goal, 1 assist. Missed out, what was it, a couple of weeks ago. Shouldn't miss out this week in all honesty, and seals his spot. Nicky Maynard, hat-trick for him, and would be a second in form now, an 81. So that makes him a little bit more appealing for like EFL stuff if you're a fan of that. So fair play to him. And EFL hopefully might be bagging a couple more this week. Noble got himself 2 goals. When you're seeing an 81 in reserves at the moment, you almost say to yourself, this is actually not the worst but not the best team of the week. So don't be surprised if suddenly you see a 5th pretty weak player thrown in come Wednesday possibly. Munoz, 1 goal, 2 assists. I may drop him just because he got subbed off, but he was very, very impressive in the game for Almira. But 1 goal, 2 assists is usually quite hard to ignore, even for a silver forward. Cruz is the same, 1 goal, 2 assists. He, in some reports, like if you watched the game, he took the shot that basically Basha tapped in, basically, and everyone will all count that as like an assist. So Cruz could easily be dropped, but he got man of the match as well, and was kind of like raved about in the game. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was to be dropped. So Munoz and Cruz could easily be 2 that I drop for 2 others from today's Serie A games. Naki Wells, hat-trick for him, should kind of walk in really, and same for Godin. Guys like back-to-back hat-tricks over the week, so it's should kind of seal his spot obviously. But Godin was unlucky last week, and like this week he shouldn't really be missing out. And same for Naki Wells. Like, I know 3 EFL players is a bit kind of hard to justify, but for those asking, there'll be those that will ask in the comments below, oh, FA Cup, like, individual performances, or how did this guy played well, he'll get an inform. FA Cup does not count towards Team of the Week, folks. You only get a man of the match, and it's usually about round 4 or round 5 is when they start giving them. They may give them from round 3, I'm not 100% certain on it, but don't expect any informs from the FA Cup, so team like no informs, so keep that in mind. In terms of other possibles that could happen, Stevens and Fredericks, 1 assist and clean sheet. Retri for 2 goals, the Cour for 1 goal, Maxi Gomez 1 goal and a 2 on Marca, Chervy for 1 goal, Watkins again for 2 goals. We had him kind of touted last week but did not to be. Same for Graben, McLaren the same, Danny Ings, Soma 1 goal and a clean sheet in the A-League. Philippe, as we mentioned earlier, 1 goal and a 2 on Marca. Pandev 1 goal and a 7 on Gazzetta. Cardozo 1 goal and a clean sheet, and obviously Benassi in this morning's lunchtime game for Italy, he got a very impressive goal. So if Fiorentina were to be kind of runaway comfortable winners, and if he was to maybe get a second, he could sneak in. But as we've said, depending how today's Serie A games play out, there's probably a chance that, say, Cruz and Munoz would drop for maybe potentially other players, and I may bring Sirigu in for like football predictions as well, depending how all plays out, and I would say that would kind of tie us up from there. But let me know, folks, in the comments down below, is there anyone else that I may have missed that I've not included, either being my actual team of the week or top possibles? Check out Kieran's predictions as well, folks. His link is down in the description below as always. Same for the Football Prediction League if you wish to enter in it. So smash the like as always, folks. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, GsLegend. I'll catch you all later.